I was this close to starting this video without my hat, and welcome back everyone to the channel. I hope that you're doing well and hope that you're feeling good and having a wonderful day out there wherever you may be. Today, we are going to listen to some Pure Reason Revolution. We're going to listen to their studio album released last year, 2024, entitled Coming Up to Consciousness. We're listening to this because it was suggested and sponsored by Dustin. So Dustin, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate that. And absolutely as well for the recommendation. Happy to give it a listen. We've listened to a little bit from PRR here on the channel, and it is time to go ahead and listen to a little bit more of this recent album. And I did see, because I was involved in the comment from Dustin, that at least part of this album deals with the aftermath of the, I believe, lead singer losing his pet, his dog. So at least in partiality, some of it will be about that, but I cannot speak to the rest of it, as I haven't looked at the album lyrics at all. But I do like that album cover with the dog there. It looks like a nice watercolor painting. And I'm not just saying that because there's water involved, but just looks like a nice album cover. There's a lot of interludes, so shorter tracks here on the album. So I'm definitely going to let some of this run together. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and dive into it. All these things are popping up on the screen every time I switch. I don't know why it does that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the album, of course. And as always, I mean, all the stuff popped up already, so like button and all that stuff. But this first sip of water goes to you as we go ahead and dive into the first track, which is Prelude, Coming to Up to Consciousness. And we'll let that get into Dig Till You Die. Maybe there's a bone at the bottom. Here we got to get the other. There we go. Here we go. Side melody. Almost Pink Floyd-esque to an extent.
You are eternal, flame that won't fade, wicked deceiver, lost in the
like this little haunting passage. I like the way their voices come together at the end. There it is. love when she comes in there.
It's time to let you in. Don't bring your misery. Just come and lie here. You circle round the sun and set me on fire.
I like how he brought back that fast tempo and heaviness from the previous part, but definitely a lot more exuberance and positively climaxing.
When you set me on fire, it's 'cause you're lost in the green. As I could the raven, the heart is in reach. And catch me in heaven, you make it worse. And set me on fire.
Great drumming.
You set me on fire.
Okay, it's leading to the next interlude. We'll get that interlude and let it go into the next track there. Okay. This was nice. I really like the drumming. If I can say one thing, really enjoyed the drumming here. That's going to be Ravi Kesavaram on the drums. Really enjoyed the way he played. Those fills were magnificent when the music got heavy. Nice big heaviness while still maintaining a certain grace to it. Like it wasn't just like this phrase, balls to the wall kind of thing. It wasn't just double bass. No, it actually had some groove to it, which I really enjoyed how that worked in here. I can't help but notice, looking at the personnel list, you don't have Chloe here. You have Anike Sharon on the vocals, on the female vocals here, and she sounds great. Loved what she was doing there, but I'm curious as to where Chloe is. Where is she? But one thing that stood out, or one part that stood out, was while Courtney, the male lead singer, is singing. I love that section when Shireen sings and she holds that note. And when she comes in, by the way, the music kind of changes into something a little bit lighter. There's a different kind of air that's there. And when she starts off with the note and she ends it, she kind of holds it. And at the very tail end of her held note, John comes back in to add a late harmony, which is really interesting how he kind of fades into that harmony. I just thought that was such a unique moment in the track that I was happy to see or hear that it kept on happening over and over again as they kind of repeated that section, which I really enjoyed. We're not having as many like electronica elements as we heard previously with Pure Reason Revolution, which I don't know if that's just because we've just entered the album, so maybe those influences will come back later on, or if maybe this is a slightly shift off of that. But I think that this came across really nice, very powerful. The keyboards were really nicely layered as well. Those synths came across really nice. And like I said, it ended with this nice big moment to kind of not capitulate, throw us over the edge in what I would say is a melodic satisfaction. That's a good way of putting that. Let's go ahead and dive into some of these lyrics here. You are eternal, a flame that won't fade. Wicked deceiver, I'm lost in the hate. You come dig till you die, and I'm counting all the days till we next collide. Love sempiternal, a wretch that won't fade. Afflicted believer, trust and obey. You come dig till you die, and I'm counting all the days till we next collide. Collide, I'm bursting, can't break. You were infernal, and death was opaque. Convicted deceiver, I'm lost and I ache. You come dig till you die. I don't know. Is he talking about his dog? And I'm counting all the days till we next collide. Freed. It's time to let you in. Don't bring your misery, just come and lie here. You circle around the sun and set me on fire. You set me on fire, or maybe not. It's 'cause you're lost in grief. Attack of the raven, the heart is in breach. Catch me in heaven. You make it worse and set me on fire. Freed, you set me on fire. If I didn't have any prior knowledge or comments about the dog, I would not have thought dog out of this. Matter of fact, I'm not quite sure what I would what I would have thought of this. I mean, counting the days till we next collide, waiting for some sort of meeting with this other person or this other thing. It's time to let you in. Don't bring in your misery. Just come and lie here. I'm actually not 100% sure. It's because you're lost in the grief. Attack of the Raven. The heart is in breach. You catch me in heaven. When this thing is free, okay. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm sitting here tongue twisting myself into what is not going to be an answer of any sort. I actually have zero idea. Dig till you die. Are you digging your own grave? Let's move into the next two tracks, which is going to be the next interlude, and then listen to the next track, which is Betrayal. Here we go. I have no idea what it's about. The journey of life?
It's a cool betrayal, and you earn this with eyes full of terror. Now you've blooded.
Love the bass with his voice.
And you pulled us into love, and your soul brings flashes of steel, but it's ashes into dust. Now the body's still, but I'm here.
That's some funky drum beat. I love the drumming. I like how the synth and then the guitar echo those same lines right there. The bass.
It's a cool betrayal, and I love you, my friend. I'll protect to the end. And you pulled us into love, and your soul breathes flashes like
this groove right here. Let's just take that.
Crimson fields, your bed. Cruel betrayal.
Okay. The drumming is so snappy, so funky. Give me more of that. And the cool ambience that's happening beneath all that is fine by me. Okay, I couldn't tell you who's performing the bass because there's two basses featured on the album. That's going to be Guy Pratt and John Sykes. Whichever one of them is playing here, they get the gold star. They get it all. The fame, the glory, all of it. The bass playing is my favorite part of this track. The way it moves, the way it cools down the track in some ways. Even during the slightly heavier section when it gets into the chorus, bass. Don't know whose car that is. The bass is just grooving. The bass is cooling it all down. Like if you had some hot machinery and it was overheating, then I don't know, this is just my mind. Like water comes in to cool it off. That bass is what's cooling all of this off. Just really, really lovely. And I like some of the ambience set forth from the guitar. Guitar is going to be performed by Bruce Sword. I was listening to, there was one section there where one of the keyboards from, I believe, Greg Zhang played a chord. And then the guitar echoed that chord right after. And then they both performed together on that chord afterwards and carried it on into the rest of the song. And I thought that was a really cool moment where like they both kind of shined in the atmosphere and in a little bit more of a subtle capacity. I thought that they did a really fantastic job. And just like I said, the drums, Ravi, the bass, and that atmosphere, I thought were like the keys to this track. The singing from John is completely fine. It's honest. It doesn't excite me, but it doesn't like disgust me or whatever other strong dislike word you want to use. To be honest, his singing is just there. It just exists. It's the other stuff that's happening that's really got my attention and really tickling my fancy. It's a cruel betrayal, and you earned this. With eyes full of terror, now you've blurred it. And you pulled us into love, and your soul brings flashes, lie still. But it's ashes into dust, now the body's still. But I'm here. Crimson fields your bed. I'm the cruel betrayer, but I yearned it. The skies pull, we tremor, and you turn. Kiss, like the kiss of betrayal. And it cracked against the blood in your soul. It passes by still. Throw your ashes into dusk. But now the body's still. But I'm here. I like the way that he writes that and he sings that. You know, the body's still, but I'm here. You know, these crimson fields surrounding your bed. Of course, there's blood. Maybe he murdered. I don't know. Whatever happened. You're restless in the morgue. Wake up, wake up. Maybe not. Okay. I would have to research. I know that there's parts of this album that are about the dog dying. Did the dog die for lack of better word, a tragic and unforeseen death? Like, was there an accident? Hence, you know, restless in the morgue and there's blood on the dog. Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. But it seems perhaps that is so. It's a cruel betrayal, and I love you, my friend. I'll protect to the end. You pulled us into love. I like that line. Pulled into love. You didn't realize you're going to be pulled into love, but you were. And it repeats from there. Wake up, hold me tight, hold me, don't go. Not built to feel your death. That's a strong line. It shakes me to the core. Wake up, hold me tight, don't go. And I loved you, my friend. I was there to the end. Cruel betrayal. The betrayal of life. This right here, I think is a singular strong line. Not built to feel your death. Who is, right? Who is. That's good. Let's go ahead and listen to the next track here, which is going to be The Gallows. Here we go. See, this is that drum groove and the ambience. This is the strength to me.
I'll be the shadow, pull the fear and the evil in the gallows. Blow my love and I'll be the last glow in the embers of demons. Be the last ghost with a mouth full of beans. A tragedy that's coming for me.
nice section.
I'll be the candle in the
I wanted that to go on.
You be the ransom for a better reprieve. And does it harrow? Now we're closer to Eden in the castle.
I love
where
her
the
harmonies.
heart full of thieves. And tragedy that's coming for me.
Catchy rise.
Melody without a story.
Some harmonica.
Is it alright to feel?
That was a change.
Is it alright to feel cool? And is it alright to feel? And is it alright to heal through? And
So that
is
gets
it
hard.
alright to feel? And is it alright to feel cool? And is it alright to feel? And is it tonight the bliss moves? And is it alright to feel? And is it alright to feel cool? And is it alright to feel? And is it alright to heal through? And is it alright to feel? And is it alright to feel cool? And is it alright to feel? And is it tonight the bliss moves?
See, just let the instrumentals ride. Pop it right back into the groove. Yeah. Yeah. This is what I'm hearing, okay? And this is what I'm getting at. Every single time that the instrumentals are just like left to do their own thing, brilliant. I love the hooks that they come up with, the melodies. I almost said the melodies. They're creative, they're smooth, they're intentional, they're interesting to listen to. I love the drumming and the way the synths wrap their way around these grooves. It's just really incredible. And even though in the Gallows there was that halfway point where the music switched on a dime, and I would have liked it to maybe transitioned a little bit better instead of just breakneck pace or whatever. But once the footing is into the waters, it did become quite nice. And I really like the catchiness of the vocals. That da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Like, it's a nice rhythm. And speaking of catchy rhythms, in the beginning, the first half, that vocal rise into the high note, or the held note, I should say, is really nice as well. That's before that. Here you go. That elevation is really, really nice. And I think that sounds really cool. I really like the harmonies from Anike. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I really think that she adds a really lovely tone here. And if I'm thinking about it and comparing, She almost brings, at least in what we've heard so far, maybe a higher range than Chloe that does. Like Chloe usually sings a little bit more grounded to an extent, but I'm hearing more higher harmonies from Nikke here, which I think adds a little bit of a light, blissful tone to the music, and I think they definitely step it up in that particular department, especially instrumental wise. Really, really awesome track, and the guitars once again came out really nicely, especially near the end as well. This is almost like a chill. Is it? I mean, would this be considered prog? I mean, it's on Prog Archive, so at least some people consider it prog. This is almost like a chill pop-esque kind of prog, but in a different way. Not like a pop prog, like, I don't know, Ambrosia or Journey or something like that. This is like a different kind. Couldn't tell you what, but it's a different kind. That's nice to listen to. I'll be the shadow, pull the fear and the evil in the gallows. With all my love, enemies, I'll be the last glow in the embers of demons. Be the glass ghost with a mouthful of bees. A tragedy that's coming for me. I'm balancing with all that's so real. I caught wind of your battles. I'm calm enough, but rattled. Truth. And that's, of course, the moment when the music kind of isolates for a brief moment. So he's feeling something coming up, right? And even though he's calm on the exterior, perhaps internally, he's feeling some of the damage. He's feeling a little scared, a little rattled, he says. And he says truth, almost to reaffirm that. I'll be the candle in the death of the evening. Be the ransom for a better reprieve. How does it harrow? Now we're closer to Eden, in the castle with a moat full of thieves. A tragedy that's coming for me. I'm balancing with all that's so real. Like, this is the actual pain. You know, there's what you think the pain will be, of whatever that pain may be, whether it's grief, loss, etc. There's what you think it'll be, and then there's the reality of dealing with it. And I think that's what he's kind of getting at. You know, a tragedy is coming for me. He feels that it's oncoming, and then as he says, it's so real. And he's balancing, he's trying to hold it all together. And is it all right to fear? Now he's asking questions of himself. Is it all right to feel cruel? Is it all right to fear? Is it all right to heal through? Is it all right to fear? And is it tonight the bliss booms? And they repeats those lines again. I'll be the candle in the death of the evening. I'll be the ransom for a better reprieve. How does it harrow? Now we're closer to Eden, in the castle with a moat full of thieves. Like, a moat is supposed to protect a castle, but this moat is full of thieves. So they're going to be sacking the castle just as much as any other enemies. The enemies are closer. Those who are supposed to be protecting you are actually the ones who are robbing you. That's a good line. That's a really good line in there. Let's go ahead and listen to the next interlude here and let it lead into the next track, which is Useless Animal. Here we go. Oops. Here we go.
I'm loading you in. It's the ride to the grave. I'm cruel and I'm sick. You're right as rain. And it hurts, but I need this trouble.
I like the way he hit it up.
Be the last breath. You are more than a useless animal. Turn and breathe the last breath.
It's an interesting chord right there at the beginning of the pattern. She has like a dreaminess to it.
She's supposed to be out of it,
Like the drumming and the way she came in.
but you're frantic and you
Didn't have to go that hard. There you go. Little Oregon. Hello, may I be of service?
Hello, hi. This is Adam from Renewable Resources. How are you?
I can't. I can't. They're calling. They're calling at the wrong time. I was gonna mess with them, but I don't feel like it. Let's not sully what we just heard. Really good track. This was a really good track. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. In the very beginning of this track, first of all, I love what the interlude set up into this one, right? That little electronic pulse, and then it slowly changed into what the guitar was playing. Nice way of beginning, right? I'm being 100% honest with you. The singing in the very beginning, I didn't love it. I didn't love the way he was singing. But as it moved forward, we did a lot better. Powerful song. If there's any song that I could see the story, being with the dog and everything, this is it. And I think the power of his words and his delivery comes through really nicely here after that beginning. Really big build up, really heavy ending, but it's a heavy ending that has emotional weight to it as well. It doesn't just feel like heavy for the sake of being heavy. Let's do it after this. This is going to be our big, powerful moment. No, this actually feels like it. And at the same time, this is, we're pretty much literally halfway through this album. And this does feel like the ending of side A to an album. This feels like that big conclusion. We're given an intermission afterwards, and then we continue our journey. This was a really, really awesome track. The lyrics are really fantastic, wonderfully heartfelt. Anika's harmonies come through really nicely here, adding a dreamy kind of angelic light to the atmosphere, which, like I said, I think she is a great addition to the band. Whatever the story behind it may be, she's a great addition. The drumming is, I already talked about that. But everything comes together in this really, really big, powerful work of a song. Let's look at these lyrics. So this is the one. I'm loading you in, it's the ride to the grave. You're already getting set the scene. I'm cruel and I'm sick, you're right as rain. And it hurts, but I need this trouble. Turn and breathe the last breath. You are more than a useless animal. Turn and breathe the last breath. So, I've never had the experience of having to put an animal down, but that's what I read here. And once again, the honesty and the vulnerability with which he's opening up about the experience and writing it down for us, I think is worth noting. I ruptured your worth. Isn't that interesting? Like, some of the lines here are really, really good. I ruptured your worth, and your mind screams so much fear. Your ashes to dirt, deaf, blind, but oh so dear. And it hurts, but I need this trouble. Turn and breathe the last breath. You are more than a useless animal. I load you in the chariot, and the tablets haven't worked. You're supposed to be out of it, but you're frantic and you're nervous. Breathe the last one, my dear friend. And it repeats from there. This is the I mean, when he mentions, deaf, blind, and but also dear, I'm assuming that perhaps the pet is passing due to old age, and the tablets were supposed to help with the pain, but they're not. And now the dog is in pain, and now we're going for that last ride. I think that it's this. I've never had to go through any experience like this, so I can't relate on that deep personal level. But I can 100% see how, at least at this point, this song would be the one to break your heart and to open some eyes to tears. Let's go to move on into the next two tracks, which is the next interlude and worship. And these interludes, they more seem just like intros to the next song rather than like they're connecting the whole album. Although you could argue for that, of course, but it's not like this is literally a seamless listen, including these interludes. It seems like they're more introductions or outros for the preceding or coming up tracks, from what I can tell.
We're here again, we're deader and deader and deader. You're holding forth till I'm together. Now heaven feels better and better. It's true, you rip through burst the light. There's no one here to worship, just turn. It's cool, it grips you, burst the mind.
There's no one here to worship, just her.
I like that pitch bend up.
Following feather by feather, around the bend, but not forever. It's deafening when you meet terror. It's true, you rip through
All those ghost notes.
to fly. There's no one here to worship, just her. It's cruel,
I like that keys.
just try to brush it and just try to bleed it. Don't try to rush it, just let
Okay.
wake me up, face the dream, placing and chasing me. If I find the words, kid, we will come to worship.
Bassy.
You like these
I like the heaviness here.
You like this kind of worship. You rather walk away. You're back home. It's only the dream of a love hate. You're closer to me, but too far away. Awake as you cry, the echoes shake. Almost so near, but you far away.
Almost near, but you fade away. Almost near, but you fade away.
I did like that ending breakdown here on this one. I did like how heavy it grew into it, and it started off with that, key in the ignition, turning the engine, the guitar chugging along, and then it exploded into that big riff with a nice finish there. Okay. I'm not saying that this is a bad track, but if I can explain my reasoning. I'm not entertained or I don't feel anything listening to this particular song. This song feels like, I don't want to say it feels like filler because I feel like that's too strong of a word, but it doesn't seem like anything new under the sun of this album, and perhaps from what I've heard from the band already. This just sounds like the band doing what they do, and that's kind of it. I just don't feel anything like interesting from this one. Like the previous track had such deep, heartfelt lyrics, and the music was incredibly powerful behind it. This just, I'm looking at the lyrics, but like this just comes across like musically, I've heard it before. This one just didn't interest me, and I can't explain exactly why. I was like listening to it, I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's pleasant, I'm grooving along to it. But there wasn't like a moment or an element or something in there that really grasped my attention, even in the smallest of respects. I just ended this like, okay, that was fine. I enjoyed the ride. But if I'm being 100% honest, I'm going to forget about this track. Now, there just wasn't anything unique or discernible about it within their music that I've heard, and just in general, to be honest. Let's look at these lyrics. Harsh, I know. We're here again, my love. We're deader and deader and deader. You're holding forts till I'm together. Now heaven feels better and better. It's true, you rip through and burst light. There's no one here to worship, just hurt. It's cruel, it grips you, burst the mind. There's no one here to worship, just hurt. There's nowhere to look. There's no hope to anything above, divine, anything like that. All you'll find is pain. I veer again, my love. I'm following feather by feather. I'm round the bend, hope not forever. It's deafening when you meet terror. It's a good line. It's true. You rip through and burst of light. It goes on from there. Just try to brush it under. Just try to play dead. And don't try to hush it. Just lie, remain scared. Like it's okay to feel fear. It's okay to feel the pain and scared. Wake me up, efface the dreaming, praise, sing up, I'm chasing Venus. You better find the words, kid, we've all come to worship. You like this kind of worship, you're acting like the cursed. You like this kind of worship, you're running wild, coercing. And your back won't turn, it's all in the dream. All the love, hate, you're closer to me, but so far away. I wake as you cry, and the echoes shake. Almost so near, but you fall away. And it repeats from there. And I like the questioning of you like this kind of worship. And then, of course, as opposed to this here, there's no one here to worship. So who are they worshiping? Why are they worshiping it? And here they say that this group or whatever it is coercing others into this worship. And they're acting like the cursed. Interesting. Don't know what it means. But it's interesting nonetheless. Let us move on into the next tracks, which is Interlude and Bend the Earth. Here we go.
I want to be alone.
I like that already.
And when I'm alone, to feel a lonely day with you. Danger roams
I like the guitar line with their harmonies rising.
didn't you come? I need a little help.
There you go. Now bring in the real
How
drum.
magical today in the life I lead. A big song for you. And I'm a little help. Look how magical. Play the fire around me. So take the road for you. That's the end. You're
Synth
right
line.
on and you're forced to take
That's
the
nice.
That's the end. The songbirds
Nice drum switch.
in the night. We're secret lovers. The crucified.
I do like how it brought back to this.
I want your dream to
That bass.
when I corrode, I want to see the truth. I don't you feel I want to feel an empty day with you.
I like the slight eeriness of that guitar line with the way they hold their notes and the subdued drums. This subtlety is really nice. I like how they kept that
You come magical
bass bending.
today in the life I lead. A big song for you.
That buzzy synth.
Look how magical. Play the fire around me. So take the road for you. That's the end. You read on the moon and you're forced to take the That's the end. The songbirds
Love that drum switch there.
in the night. We're secret lovers. Crucified in the
Yeah, right. Yeah, solo, that's what I wanted. I was wanting that to go further.
The songbirds
God, I love that switch. Man, I love that.
We're secret lovers.
bass there. It's really cool. That's kind of cool. Keep going there. Keep going. Come on, keep going with that. No, I can't let 2 6-minute tracks go along together. I gotta talk. Let Greg Zhang on the keyboards go. Let him go do some stuff. I love that ending. That outro, phenomenal. This song, really good. Better from the previous track. This one had a lot of memorable moments, and it was fun. It was a great journey to take here. The synths are working overtime. I love the way that Ravi plays the drums in the chorus and kind of stops that beat almost unexpectedly and switches the groove in a super subtle way. That was really exciting every time it happened, and it kept on catching me off guard. It's such a small way that he does it too. But really enjoyed that. The vocal pairing of John and Anike, I think, are really nice here, especially in that chorus and in those lighter moments. And speaking of those lighter moments, we get a solo as well on the guitar. I don't know if it's Courtney or Zhang handling that, but whoever's playing the guitar solo, I like that we got a solo to break up the music here and to give us something like a different sort of tonal excitement there at that particular moment. It just brought us out of that space. Really like the more electronic elements that they brought in here as well. They seem to synthesize, and yes, that's a please clap. They seem to synthesize a little bit better in this track. With the drum beats and how that switched over, and some of the synths coming in and incorporating themselves later on. I thought it was honestly like a nice treat and a good surprise in the way that this all built up in this particular journey. The chorus and the repeating lyrics are nice and a great way of ending this. It feels hopeful. This was a good journey. This felt right. This felt incredibly right. I want to be alone. When I'm alone, I want to be with you. Love that. I want to feel your bones. I want to feel a lonely day with you. Such a lonely day, and it's mine. You know that song? The most loneliest day of my life. Ba, 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 ba. Burn, danger roams, turn, daren't you go? I need a little help. You're calm, magical. It's a day in the life for me. I'll dig a soul for you, and I'm in a little hell. We carve magic holes, and the play of the fire I miss. I'll take the rope for you. Is that the gallows? It bends the earth, you rattle the moon, and you're the first to take the thunder. It bends the earth, the songbirds race, heaven booms. In the night we're sacred lovers, but crucified in the light. Like for some reason when you're together and it's revealed and it's public, for lack of a better word, you're crucified. I want your dream to hold. When I corrode, I want to see the truth. I taunt your fear the most. I want to feel an empty day with you. Run, danger, smoke, turn, temper, hold. Need a little help. Goes on from there. Repeats the same lines. It bends the earth. You rattle the moon, and you're the first to take the thunder. This is one of those ones that, once again, I genuinely have no idea what it's about. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. The guitar solo was really nice, though. And that ending. Excellent ending. I do think it's interesting that this next track, Lifeless Creature, can't help but think of Useless Animal. Is it a continuation from that particular story? I didn't mean for it to start like that, but we'll take it.
Picture yourself, eyes cut deeper, kite in a cage. True.
almost there.
Give up the conviction of self.
He's yelling
You
there.
climb up steeper, cracking the rage. Give up the
I like this chorus. Ah. These quieter moments, I love the way they build this ambience.
That's the define of the universe, and it's lost. We can't sleep through. Pulls me close.
See these swirls of mystery. That's what I like. Heavy piano chord too. Let this just keep on evolving. Just layer it. Just layer it. Come on. Come on.
I see the writing in red, I see her cancer the womb.
We could have taken that further, man.
I see my child in the tomb. I bring my friend to his rest. I need some time on the moon. I need you back, but too late. The needles in them would do. And you deserve all of this. So recompense all that cool. But don't you dare think again. Don't miss a detail in no. I'm coming to dig out the poison. I won't say a word of what you said. I'm breathing. Yeah, I'm addicted to you. Shoot yourself. Lifeless creature. Shoot yourself. Lifeless creature.
Like that descending piano line there.
Lifeless creature. Picture yourself. Lifeless creature. Picture yourself. Lifeless creature. Picture yourself. Lifeless creature. Picture yourself. Lifeless creature.
Man. This was a good song, right? No, I enjoyed this one. But man, that build up halfway, oh, they could have taken that to the moon. Look, when they got right about there, right? From that moment on, they had such a cool build up happening. That mysterious guitar line, the crispness of the drum set, and then like it builds on from there. The throngs and the bass start echoing through, and like it grows from here. Right? You feel that builds up and that explosive nature coming through. what they were building up in that particular moment was just, I thought, so cool because it became heavy without relying on kind of their typical version of like springing into the chorus, right? We've heard them do that. That's cool. But this, yeah, that synth comes in nasty and dirty as anything. That was just such a brilliant moment. And I hate how they were building this cool level of music. And it just, come on. And then you do one of these. You could have taken that, you could have burst out into like such a cool solo right there. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was really waiting for. That's the only moment in this track that disappointed me, just the way that it ended right there. Because everything else in this track is really cool. I like this kind of, once again, the electronic elements coming in and the way that the melodies breathe around that when the vocals from both of them come in. I think it's really nice. Once again, adding that dreamy kind of layer here and something melancholic and yet reaffirming in hope at the same time. I really enjoy it, as a matter of fact, to reiterate those electronic elements, how they're brought in here, those drums and everything. But man, that build up. We were going somewhere. Our rocket ship was going up. And then right as soon as we were about to leave orbit, we lost a little fuel. But that's okay. We're still in space, baby. Picture yourself, eyes cut deeper, kite in a cage, truth. Picture the end, spineless reapers, rattle your veins, truth. So we're repeating that just like we did before in the previous track. Wait while I'm twisting, caught in a wave, caught in a wave. Stay while I'm twisting, caught in a gaze, caught in a gaze. Give up and run, conviction of self, climb of self. Climb up steeper, crack in the rage, choose. This chorus was really good, by the way, when they were singing this. Really, really great chorus. And daren't you go, wincing lovers in the throes, if faded and can't fake it anymore. I see the fine prints of the universe, such details hurt. Can't sleep, death pulls me closer. I see the writing in red, I see her cancel the wound. The alcoholic is dead, I see my child in the tomb. I bring my friend to his rest, I need some time on the moon. I need you back, but too late, the needle's in and we're doomed. Now, I think this is really continuing off of that previous track there. And you deserve all of this, the recompense for the cruel. But don't you dare drink again, don't miss a detail, you loon. Now come and dig out the poison out. I won't say a word, I'll watch you sweat and breathe in. Yes, or yeah, I'm the death that you earned. Picture yourself, lifeless creature. I feel like he's still talking about putting the animal down, but kind of twisting perspectives a little bit in a certain way. And, coming really aggressively as I'm doing you a favor, but in that grieving anger kind of way. It sounds angry if you just read it, but I don't think it's meant to be taken like that. It's more to be taken as a mercy, Strong words. Let's go ahead and let the album finish out with the last two tracks, the final interlude and the final track as we disappear. That sound is familiar. Can't think of from where though. It just sounds familiar, like that particular tone.
And turn, you rip the life from earth. And turn, the mind impels the world. And I'm crippled by a man who's in love will rest my soul.
It's a nice way to push up into those notes.
And I'm riddled with a bad body lays there till it's all cremated until you fade into the earth.
Nice drum beat.
Push the body down. You condemn the love we've known. You're down so low, such a bleak extreme, and I'm triggered by a man whose love molests my soul.
That's the way he leads the stuff also.
And the ripple pulls me back, like the waves corrode me whole. Cold grief wraps me up, still bends the trees and the clouds rise in curves. Is this the end? Is this the end? We're gonna ride the rainbow. We're gonna ride it up to that goal. It's in the air. It's in the air. We're gonna glide in rainbows. We're gonna glide right up to that goal.
Just give the bass some room.
Your body lays there till it's all cremated until you fade into the earth. Your body lays there till it's all cremated until you fade into the earth.
And ladies and gentlemen, oh, I just hit my. Coming up to consciousness, Pure Reason Revolution, full album reaction, knocked down, toppled over, and enjoyed. As We Disappear is honestly, musically more the same. Lyrically, we're diving back into some deep cutting words here and deep emotional words. You can't help but feel something reading the lyrics here. Musically, it's kind of like worship in the sense of it kind of comes, it kind of goes. I don't really hear anything really that stands out too much. I did like some of the drumming in there. And okay, there was that moment where the bass kind of brings in a fill. Really like that. You know, I like Sykes on the bass or Pratt on the bass, whichever one. I really enjoyed that. And I'm still enjoying, the synthy tones, the keyboard sounds, the wailing of the guitar. You can hear kind of echoing and almost bemoaning in the back, perhaps, of loss. Like, I still enjoy this a lot instrumentally. Vocally, it's fine. But overall, like, as the song itself, lyrics aside, I'm really just feeling, okay, we've heard this before. It's not hitting anything new. No new highs. It's not diving into any new lows necessarily, but I'm just not feeling anything musically necessarily out of this. Now, lyrically, come on now. Turn, you rip the life, immerse. In turn, the mind impales the worst. And I'm crippled by a man whose unlove arrests my soul, and I'm riddled with it bad. Now the waves come rolling. Hold those waves of grief like we were mentioning in the previous tracks. Your body lays there. It's all cremated. In turn, you fade into the earth. You push the body down. You condemn the love we've known. You're down so low, such a bleak extreme. It repeats the chorus there. And I like how he says, and the ripple pulls me back. And the waves corrode me whole. They completely erode him and destroy him in many ways, break him down. Cold grief wraps me up. Steel bends the trees and the clouds rise and curl. Is this the end? We're going to ride the rainbow. We're going to ride it up to that gold. It's in the air. We're going to glide in rainbows. We're going to glide right up to that hope. Your body lays there till it's all cremated. In turn, you fade into the earth. Like I said, the lyrics are beautifully capturing grief and actually going through the emotions. Like I said, when it becomes real, when these waves come over and they start to knock you over emotionally and they start to break you down, as he said, corroding me whole. And then the questioning, is this the end? You know, when you feel like just hopeless. You know, I really think the lyrics are the strongest part of this. And you can absolutely correct me if I'm wrong, because I truly don't know, and I think. But isn't when a dog dies, they say that it's crossing the rainbow bridge? If I remember, I really don't know. I haven't had a dog since I was like 2 years old, so technically not mine, but I believe so. So even at the end, there's almost this beautiful statement here, this almost beautiful fantastical hope, when the reality lays right there in front of you. I think that lyrically, this is a very strong album, and it's a heartbreaking but realistic take on the lyrics and things that many experience. And I think that even if it's not specified for a pet, like the grief is all the same and definitely something we all experience. Really excellent instrumentation, really, as well. That's what I was really enjoying out of this. The drumming and the bass, all the keyboard work, that ambience. Great moments. Favorite track on this album, and I think to me easily the best track, is going to be Useless Animal. Useless Animal is, I think, the standout here. And besides that, I'd probably go Dig Till You Die. Probably the opener right there. Weakest one, Worship. And to be honest, at the end, As We Disappear. So let me know what you guys thought, of course, of the track. Now it's going to pop up correctly. Let me know what you guys thought of the album as a whole as well. Let me know your thoughts, your favorite songs, your least favorite songs, and all of that other fun stuff. Dustin, thank you so much for the support, and once again for suggesting the album. I appreciate it. Let me know all your thoughts down there below, and I hope to see you all later. Bye.